Hi guys, so today we're going to talk about XMind. XMind is a mind mapping tool, and since mind mapping is a very frequently used strategy and technique in education, I thought I'd share this with you so that you could use this with your students or use it for yourself as you're going through thinking processes and trying to lay out and structure ideas and see relationships between ideas. So first of all, you can go here to xmind.net. And then you can download XMind, and there's a free version. And the free version has a lot of good options. I mean, you can use XMind for brainstorming, for pre-writing, for analyzing thought processes, making flowcharts, timelines, and cycles. One of the good things about XMind is that it's free, so that you don't have to pay for it, and your students can also download this and use this on their computers. It runs without requiring administrative rights to install. And nice things are, once you have a mind map, you can also export it to a text file so that you can copy the text into Word or Google Docs or something else and write. So it's good for that, for pre-writing. You can also export your mind maps as images, and you can also save them directly to Evernote so that you can then have it synchronized in the cloud, shared with other people, or access it anywhere. So once you open XMind the first time, you get this little template browser, and you can go through here and select a template that you would like. They have some pre-configured things that you may want to use. If you just want to start with a blank mind map, you can go to this central topic blank here and just double click that. The other thing you can do now, after you do this, is you can change the theme. So this is the theme right now. If you add some topics here, you'll see what it looks like. If you don't like this theme, you can go to View and Themes, and you'll see it's not a pro feature, it's a free feature. And then you can select different themes for your mind map. You can do this before you start making your mind map or after you've already got things in your mind map. So if I go back and I redo some of this, you'll see right now I'm on the professional theme. If I switch to, let's say, the gray theme by double clicking on it, you'll see all my topics have changed their color scheme. So you get a whole bunch of options here. Some of them are definitely better than others, but you can change your theme very easily by just double clicking on a theme selection. And when you're done, you can minimize this, and it goes off to the bottom right hand corner there, so you can access it again if you want to change your theme later. Okay, so that's changing your theme. Let me show you how you actually start creating a mind map. So what I did here was, you basically can just click on your central topic and start typing. So let's say this is my family. Just type and hit enter. If you have the central node selected and you want to create a new main topic, you just hit enter and you'll see a new topic is created. You are also able to navigate through your topics with the arrow keys on your keyboard, so you don't have to use your mouse. Okay, and so when I'm at main topic 3, if I hit enter, it creates another main topic at the same level. Okay, enter key adds another topic at the same level. If you want to do subtopics to, let's say, main topic 6 here, let's say family, and I say dad, and I want to create a subtopic, you hit tab, and tab creates a subtopic. So let me zoom in a little bit here so you can see this better. Now, if I want to create another subtopic for dad, I just hit enter, because I'm creating topics at the same level as subtopic 1. If I want to create a subtopic to subtopic 4, then I hit tab again. So basically that's the structure. You can do this all on your keyboard. You don't really have to use the mouse too much. Enter creates a new topic, tab creates a new subtopic. Enter topic at the same level, and tab creates a subtopic. So tab and enter, and just typing and hitting enter is basically how you enter text in here. Very, very easy. You can be fast about it. Just add some extra topics. So when you're brainstorming, that's really what you want, to be able to do this fast. Now, one thing that I found a little bit difficult about XMind is that you're not very free about the structure of the map. As you can see here, if I hit enter, it has already predetermined where the next node is going to go or the next idea is going to go. Your structure is kind of predetermined by the program, which can be good or bad. It's good because it keeps things organized and spaced evenly. But if you really want to break that structure, you can. You can do that by hitting Command on your keyboard and then dragging the topic wherever you want it. And then you'll see you have freedom to rearrange the topic wherever you want it. If you have a good idea of what you want to do and you're visually talented, I guess, at placing your ideas on the map, then it's fine. But as you'll see that moving this node or idea wherever you want it doesn't always look the best, and so it may just be better just to let the program organize the ideas for you, because you don't really want to play with ideas too much. You want to generate a lot of ideas. But you can also change individual elements. So if you say I want to change all the main topics style, you can select them and then go over here to the right hand side. Maybe yours looks like this. I've modified mine a little bit. You get an outline view and an overview and stuff. You can minimize all that stuff. Really what you want is the properties and the markers. These are the useful tools for you. And so if you've selected some things, you can change their properties. So you can, there's some styles here, predetermined ones you can choose from. You can choose the structure of the map. I would recommend leaving it the way it is. If you do this, it really changes the structure of your map. But now I can change the font. So let's say I like a different font here. How about Calibri for my main topic? And you can change the font size, and you can change colors and so on and so forth. So let me pick something that's not too hideous. That's pretty hideous. In any case, you can mess around with this and change groups of things at the same time. You can change their shape. You can also change the connectors and all those kind of things. One other thing I wanted to show you here is that if you deselect everything, if you click in the background of your map somewhere, you get some different options that you don't see when you select something. So if you select a node, see these options. If you deselect everything, you see the options for the overall map. And here you can pick a wallpaper. Okay, they have some predefined wallpapers you can set, which you may or may not be happy with. And you can also just pick a background color for your map if it works. So obviously you need to make sure it works with all your color schemes. You can undo that, or you can also ask for tapered lines. So here's a map that I created just quickly to kind of summarize one of the units that I teach. And basically I just wanted to show you that also you can add files to any of your ideas. So what I've done here, this little 1, 2, 3, 4, they're called markers. And so you can go to any idea and just add a marker this way. So you basically select the idea, go to markers, and then just click on a marker and it's there. I'm going to undo that. I don't really want that. So basically this is what you have here, and you know, some markers and things. So let's say I want to add a file to one of my ideas. You can just go take your file, click on it and just drag it in onto the idea that you want to add it to. So any of these, it'll work for any of them. You add it to one of your ideas, and it'll ask you, do you want to make a link to the file that's on your computer, or do you want to copy the file into your map so that if you share it with someone else, or you email it to someone else, or you put it on Drive and someone else downloads it, they can actually access it. So most of the time, I think you may want, if you're sharing this, you may want to say copy. If it's just for your personal use, you're never going to share it with anybody, then you can just use link. So I'll just go ahead and say copy. And so what it's done is it's actually copied this file into my map. So if I take this XMind file and send it to someone else, they'll be able to open this PDF. So now that you've made a map that you're happy with, what are you going to do with it? You want to save it somewhere. So obviously you can just save it. That's fine, no problem. Or you want to share it. So you can save it to Evernote. So if you have an Evernote account, which most of our students now have Evernote accounts, You can save this. I've already signed into Evernote. First time you do this, it'll ask you to sign into Evernote, and you get your actual list of notebooks in Evernote. You can just go here and say save it, and it will actually put this as a note in Evernote. Okay, you get some options for what you want to include. I just want the actual file. I'm not interested in the map or the text. It may be useful for you to have the text if you want to use it as pre-writing or something like that. And then the other things you can do that I said earlier, you can export this. You don't get too many options because we're using the free version, but you can export it as text. That's very good because it gives you an outline. And so if you do this, I'm just going to put it on my desktop, say finish, and you'll see what it does is it generates a little text file that's an outline of all the ideas I have here. So basically that's useful if I want to go right further in here, put objectives or anything in here that I want to add to this outline. So it's good for pre-writing. You can also just export this as an image. You get some choices. You can have a GIF, PNG, JPEG, BMP. But actually the one I found to be most useful was a GIF. It just wasn't as blurry as the other options for some reason. But if you choose GIF, you can just export this to your desktop. Yeah, that's basically just a quick little overview of XMind. I hope you can really use this. I've used it for some personal things in addition to educational things. It's definitely a nice mind mapping tool.